My name's Peter Schorsch. I'm a local St. Petersburg guy. I play a lot of tennis. I've gone through a big weight loss journey of almost 120 pounds. I've been super active over the last year, but maybe too active. And I got a little injured by being overstretched at a stretch clinic and tore both hamstrings, big groin pull. And the journey that I was on came to an abrupt end. I was really at a loss, took regular physical therapy through my insurance company, but got referred over here, and the difference has been night and day. I don't know if there's a camera big enough to capture all of me, because at the beginning of 2022, I was almost 370 pounds coming out of the pandemic, and I decided to get healthier. And that is like turning around an aircraft carrier. And so I started walking, and then I started biking, and then I started working out. And then I got to September, October of 2022, and I started playing tennis again. And that was the first time I played tennis in over 15 years. And so I was as you can probably tell, I was a little impressed with myself. My wife got us out there. She wanted to have us do something together. She went through her own health journey. And so I was looking around in the winter of 2022, and there's my wife, who had almost died the year before, and myself, who every time I would go into the doctor, they would take my blood pressure and they would threaten to send me to the emergency room. It was that high. And so I was going through all of that. And then I get to February, I remember, because it was President's Day weekend, and I was in New York, having been stretched earlier that day. And I remember looking at my wife and I said, I can't walk. And it was that bad. And so imagine going from working out something like 4 or 5 hours a day, walking, weightlifting, tennis, biking. I was even boxing. And then all of a sudden I couldn't even move. And so I went to the doctor in March, and then he sent me, I got referred over to some regular physical therapy, and that wasn't working. Like, it was going too slow. I will say, it was a scary journey, because I was worried about putting back on a lot of the weight. And so a friend of mine, whose husband was a Grand Slam semifinalist in tennis, said, you had to come over to Back to Normal. And I came over and met with Lisa, and you could just tell, and I've joked about this with everybody here, this is such a safe space. This is such a sanctuary. It's like the moment you walk in, you almost feel better. In fact, now, multiple months later, as I come over here, and I'm probably about 75 to 80% back, where I'm playing tennis almost every day again. As I'm driving over here, my body starts to feel better. It's psychosemantic, I get it, but that's how good it is. The moment I get into the car and I know where I'm going and it says Back to Normal, I start to feel better, having either played tennis for a while or worked out or something like that. And I'm still a little, I still have some things that are tight. I still have some things that need to be worked on. But I know as soon as I get here, as soon as I see Danielle, as soon as I see Heather, things are going to be better. One of the best things about Back to Normal is the staff. These are people that I think they probably think that I'm creeping them out, because I would love to just hang out with them outside of Back to Normal. Lisa, Danielle, Heather, everybody. Amber at the front desk. Jen, I told Jen, the person who answers the front to the phone and deals with all that, she is amazing at landing all of the planes, the air traffic controlling of all the people. But the thing that I really, really, really like is the contrast between Danielle and Heather. I'll go to Danielle one day and I'll get one set of really smart advice, and then I'll work with Heather, and I know that they work together, and it's two different energies, two different ideas, but yet it comes together. And so when I get to Friday, having gone back and forth with them both, it's just such a great contrast between the two, but I know that there's a unifying goal, and that's to get me literally back to normal. And so I'm just so confident in the staff that's here.